Morning, y'all. We're going to continue with our theme of learning about Rome and the Roman Republic and Empire. Not exactly learning things, and we're not really starting from like beginning to end with this lesson necessarily. It's more like we're just going to study different aspects of Roman society, whether it be there was an early stage of Rome, which was a republic, where they had elected representatives. It's the system that we have adopted in the United States of America. It's much similar to the Roman system. But eventually it descended into, well, it either descended or ascended, however you want to look at it, but eventually it went from being a republic to being an empire, with emperors who passed their rule down through either blood or they were assassinated and then someone else took over. That happened a lot, or there were coups, where the emperor died, and then instead of his son, it was a general who got elected or something. That happened sometimes too, but it was no longer controlled by the Senate, although the Senate still did exist. So anyways, I'm just gonna show you guys what I expect you to do, and I'm gonna go through a couple of the answers, and so I can get you guys started, and then I'll post the assignment. So let's start with the screen share. Okay. So I'm going to post a PDF that will be this. I have it in Google Docs. Most of the stuff I've made in the past has been in Google, so I make it in Google and then put it on Microsoft because that's the way I like it. So this is the Roman 12 tables. The 12 tables were laws in Rome. And so they are kind of like, if you want to think of the 10 Commandments is to Christianity, like the rules, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife and steal and stuff like that. These are the 12 tables are kind of like the Roman version of the laws of Christianity. They're sort of like the foundational laws of Rome. So if you are called to court, then you have to go. It's a subpoena. It is the same system we have now. If you're subpoenaed into court nowadays and you don't show up, then a warrant is issued for your arrest, and then you're brought to court with force, just like in the Roman days. If your witness does not come to court, you can shout and yell outside his house for 3 days to summon him to appear. So in Rome, you could call a witness if you had to go to court, and if they didn't appear, you could sit outside their house and yell at them. If someone owes you a debt, that person has 30 days to pay it. If they cannot pay it, you can enslave them and sell them as a slave in order to get your debt back. So they take debt pretty seriously. Any and all agreements involving property. Oh shoot, whoops, I skipped to the wrong part. So table 3 goes to 4. If you have a child that is seriously deformed, he or she must be put to death. So they didn't tolerate deformed or malformed children, or children who look like they might have a disability. You can be free from your father if he sells you into slavery 3 times. So only 3 times. If he sold you into slavery twice, you're still owned by your father. All women, even those old and grown, must have guardians at all times. So instead of, you guys are going to end up reading all these as you go, so I'm not just going to go through all of them. But you get the idea. If you go insane, the nearest male relative shall take your property. That's if you're a woman. And even those old and grown must have guardians at all times. So women were not free in Rome. If you took a bribe, you'd be put to death. You weren't responsible for your slaves. You couldn't marry a noble if you were a peasant. So just some of those things. So what you will do in your assignment, I put a little thing here that's how you fill it in. There's text boxes. So you guys will do this on Microsoft PowerPoint online. The text will seem really small, so go to zoom in, go to view, zoom in, and set the distance you'd like. So that looks really small. So you go to view. You can fit to window won't work because that is fitted to window. 60. Oh, okay. So we're going to want to zoom in even more than that. Why is it zooming in on this side and not this one? Oh, there we go. At least it's working for the right document now. Yeah, I thought 66% worked. Oop, that needs to be moved. So which of the specific laws do you think is unfair? Blah, blah, blah. The law where blah, blah, blah. So that's where you type that. Got 3 columns. And that's that slide. As you can see, I zoomed in on the wrong ones. So we'll get started. Oh, geez. So if a person is accused and called to court, what are 2 things that can happen? So you would go to so 2 things that can happen. You can go or not go. Oops. What happens if he doesn't go? Well, first off, we could say he could be put to death, depending on what he's accused of. Could pay a fine. What happens if he doesn't go? He could be forced to go. So this is because of tables 1. Table or tables. So table 1, he could be brought to court. So then 2, what are 3 steps for resolving unpaid debts? Being sold into slavery. We read that one already. Oops, keep clicking the wrong thing. So you could be sold into slavery. Geez. You could pay it off in 30 days. It doesn't really, does it say it in here? You can sell your kids into slavery. Sorry for the big pause there. I'm trying to look at that. Oh yeah, so your father, you can sell you into slavery 3 times. So that's where we get that answer. So what are 3? You could be sold into slavery, you could pay off debt in 30 days, you could sell your children. You have 30 days to raise the money, or else failing that. All right, whatever, just close this. And then failing that, you sell your kids into debt if you don't make enough money. And then we'll do 3 and then we'll call it a day. So what kind of powers do parents have over their children? They can kill them if they are deformed. I'm going to put quotes because that's in the eye of the beholder. They can sell them into slavery at least twice. If they sell them into slavery 3 times, then they can be free. So you don't want to do that. And is that about it? Oh, whoops, I forgot to do the. So you can have your child put to death. It's table 4. And so the other one is table 3 and 4. So table 4, and then this one is 3 and 4. All right. Yeah, and so there are 10 of them. So answer all 10, and then you are done. All right. Have a good day, y'all. Thanks for watching the video.